Hey there, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're talking about what I read in November. So with November there was Nanowrimo, which is National Novel Writing Month, that I was participating in, and the results video for that will be up soon. Spoiler, I did not win, but it did get me out of one heck of a writing slump. I ended up around 32,000, 31,000. Unfortunately, I didn't win, and the results video talking more about that will be up next week or later this week. And that will just go into a little bit more depth of what my feelings are about how I ended with Nanowrimo. So I didn't have a lot of time to read separately. I did discover audiobooks and Overdrive, so I've been borrowing a lot of audiobooks from my local library. So being able to borrow those audiobooks and listen to them while I was driving or while I was writing or while I was doing something else was really, really helpful. So what did I read this month? Although I didn't read a lot of the manga that was on my initial TBR, I still do have those and I'm reading them as I can. I did end up reading the trilogy of Kyoko Time Stranger. This manga, it follows a girl named Kyoko as she attempts to awaken her sister Yuki, and she has to collect 12 strangers. This book actually was one of my first manga that I read. I don't remember if it was Vampire Knight or this one that was first. It's just a really girly, really magical girl anime. It just gives me feels because it reminds me of back when I was with two of my best friends and we were all reading it together, and I absolutely loved it, and this one still brings me so much joy, so I was so happy to reread it. One of the audiobooks that I read this month was Heartless by Marissa Meyer. This one has been on my TBR shelf since early summer, so I'm so happy to finally have it off of that list. I've been looking forward to it, but just haven't had the time to sit down and read it, and it's a kind of larger book, so that really intimidated me, but I absolutely adored this book. A review will be up on my blog pretty soon, so watch out for that and check out my blog if you haven't. It'll be linked down in the description. But I gave this one 4 out of 5. The only reason I didn't give it a 5 out of 5 was because I really wanted to see more of the Wonderland vibe and setting, which wasn't as prevalent in this book as I wanted it to be. That's the only reason I gave it a star lower than 5. Otherwise, it was an amazing book, an amazing villain origin story, and I absolutely adored it. The next book that I read on audiobook was Stalking Jack the Ripper. I really did like this book. I thought that it was really, really cool to be able to travel back into that time period and see it through a woman's point of view, especially a woman who wants to know more about science. I really did like this book, and it is awesome as a story to sort of encourage girls and women to follow their dreams no matter what. I think that more women definitely need to read this book because it really is an empowering novel. I really did like it. I gave it a 5 out of 5, I believe, on Goodreads, and I can't wait to read Hunting Prince Dracula later in December. Another audiobook that I got from my local library was The Diabolic by S.J. Kincaid. This is about Nemesis, who goes to, I believe it's some sort of court. This is a sci-fi novel that focuses on outer space, and Nemesis is a diabolic, which is a humanoid invention meant to protect someone that she is bonded to. So, Nemesis is bonded to Sidonia, and she goes to the Emperor's court, I believe. Nemesis is bonded to Sidonia, and the only way to save her is to go to this place in her stead, and unfortunately a huge thing happens and Nemesis is put on a whole new journey. It is an amazing book. The only reason I didn't give it 5 out of 5 stars, I gave this one another 4 out of 5 stars, was because I sort of got lost in all the descriptions, and I'm not the best with sci-fi novels, so it just kind of took me a few minutes to catch up with what they were talking about and to get an idea of what was going on. But overall, it was a great book, and I can't wait to read The Empress, which came out recently. So the last audiobook that I checked out from my local library this month was The Red Queen. Unfortunately, I didn't have the time to listen to the entire thing. I got up to chapter 21. Luckily, I did have the foresight to put The Red Queen into my book outlet Black Friday order, so I will be getting that in the near future, and hopefully I will be finishing that in December. The last book that I finished this month, which I am so mad about, is Scythe. This book is amazing, and I've been reading it for the last 2 months. I love this book. I love how it really dragged you into thinking and really made you question things in everyday life, not just this alternate universe. This follows two students. They are brought into a scythe apprenticeship, and neither of them really wants to be, but it's following their journey and what they are up to. I am on the last chapter now, and I am very, very scared for what's going to happen, but the Thunderhead, which is the sequel to this, is coming out early 2018, so I can't wait to read that as well. The only thing that I didn't like about this book was there were a lot of editing errors, like a few words were spelled incorrectly. It was just weird. There were a few things that got missed that I don't think should have, but this could also be a bad copy, I don't know. But that was the only thing that really tripped me up during this book. Otherwise, I absolutely adored it. I am so mad that this took me 2 months to read because there was absolutely no reason for it. So that's everything that I read in November. Thank you guys for watching. Like this video if you enjoy watching wrap-up videos, or if you would like me to do some reviews. Comment down below which book from this stack you would like to see a review on, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. I post at least one video a week, so I can't wait to see you guys again soon. Bye!